Hey guys, this is Will with another Big Brother episode. This one is episode 9 or 10. I have to double check that. I'll put that in the title tomorrow. Um, Either way, this was eviction night, and oh boy, do we have a good one. I mean, there's stuff happening all over the place. So, Janelle and Case are on the block, which they're not going anywhere because no one wants them to go anywhere, and that's why the veto wasn't used on Wednesday. Um, so they're sticking in place. But then you have, you know, the deciding factor of who should you get out. So Janelle's going around talking to everybody and going, well, do I have everyone's votes? And typically she goes to Memphis, and typically what you do is you secure all the votes, then you go to the last one that you need. No, she goes to Memphis first, and he goes, if you get everybody else, I can, you know, I'll go along with you. But she didn't get everybody else. So that's what everyone's telling her, and she said that Memphis is a lock. But honestly, if you don't know that he's, for you, you shouldn't tell that to other people because she's portraying this as if she has Memphis's vote, but she doesn't. So, not necessarily. So, she goes around and, tries to get Danny's vote, not Danny's, Christmas's vote, uh, and then Kevin's vote, and then Bailey and Devon's, and she thinks she has Memphis's, and then she's trying to get, I think it is Ian as well, and she's just not getting like anyone's votes to stay because they're too hesitant to give it to her. So, and that's mainly for the fact that Kaser's not as big of a threat as Janelle. Look, she's played 4 times. I have not watched all 4 of her seasons except for the current one, but she's played 4 times. Anyone who's played 4 times, and you'll notice if you watch, Survivor too, and Rob's played 4 times. Parv has now played 4 times. Anyone who's played 4 times, is like an instant threat because they know what they're doing, and you know that they know what they're doing, but it's also and you're scared of them, but it's also very hard to get to the end. In Janelle's case, because everyone knows what her tools are, everyone knows what her strategies are, and she has to switch that up on the fly. And if she doesn't want to get evicted, which she eventually does because that's the result of this episode. But I find it more important to talk about why she got evicted, not how or anything. She's just too big of a threat to keep in the house. I mean, everyone knows her strategy, and there's not really any changing that. So, if she wanted to play, hard or anything, she should just, fix that. Kind of let everything else fall, that way, and not really played to her strengths, and probably get in with the new players and stuff, because all she was aligning with was the old players, and the old players are Kesar, her, Keisha, which got voted out, and Memphis, which are only 4 really old players. So, there's not really enough there to go and say, oh, well, we can make an alliance without other new school players. It's just not going to work. And that's what they thought they could do. It was in her exit interview with Julie. And that's why at the beginning of the game she should have made alliances with new school players just so that she had numbers, and not ignored them. Now, in the coming weeks, it's interesting because you have Bailey, Devon, and then Kevin, and then possibly Ian if they can snatch him up. So that's 4. And against the 6, which, and then there's Enzo's with the 6. So you have that going. And David's kind of with the 6, so you have that as well. So it's basically like 5, there's 13 players left. So it's basically 6 against 4 or 5 with 3 people like mixed in the middle. Whoever can snatch up those 3 people first has the advantage. And you know what? That's what the 6 needed to do if they want to survive that big giant alliance. But I don't think it's going to, because they're already nipping at each other's heels and causing issues for each other. Now, in a game like this, that's not a good decision. Like in tonight's episode before the vote, they showed a clip with David, which is like the greenest of green players. I mean, yes, he's an all-star technically because he already played 21, but let's be honest, he didn't really play. He, just kind of was there and observing. Now, he was a very good observer. I will give him that. But this is a rookie move that he did. And it's going to blow up Tyler's game and possibly Cody's game along with it, unless they can salvage this. Which, I mean, they're already starting to work on, and that's how dynamic of a player, Tyler is. He's already starting to work on it. So is Cody. I mean, they went to Davon and Bailey and said, no, what he said wasn't true. So what David did was he went to Davon and Bailey, right, his other 2 alliance members that he has a little side alliance with, and said that Tyler said that Davon was trying to flip the vote. Now, what you do, and the big mistake that he made, and this is a total rookie thing, and it's just because he doesn't have experience like the other people have, you don't want to use names. Don't use names of alliance members that you want to keep in good graces with, because you don't want them questioning who it is. Just say that they were trying to flip something on you, if you wouldn't even say that. He should probably have not said anything at all about that. And Tyler's trying to train him. See, here's the thing, right? Even Davon, who, the thing was about, trying to flip the thing, she's like, I'm trying to train you, buddy, and you're coming and saying that I was trying to flip the vote and change the house. And, and it's just not working because you're already accusing me of things that I didn't want to do. I mean, I left it out as an option, but I didn't, do it. That's what Davon's saying. And she's going, I don't have time to babysit you. And I feel like that's the whole consensus of the cast. I mean, David's a nice guy, but I think the whole consensus of the cast is, along with Nicole, is the fact that they don't have time to babysit the new players. I mean, they played last year. And they didn't, Nicole got dragged to the end by Mickey and Holly last year. And David didn't really even play the game. So they're like, we don't want to, we're not going to play with the newbies because the newbies are too high maintenance. And what Tyler did is he took David under his wing because he saw him as an opportunity and tried to teach him. Now he's going and talking to Cody in the HOH room going, I don't want to, I can't trust him anymore. I can't give him anything. I can't, work with him anymore because all the stuff that I'm going to give him is going to go blow up in my face, and I'm going to pay for it, and now I have to do damage control. Which he's lucky that, careful for spoilers here, but Enzo won HOH. So, he's lucky that Enzo won, because, it's just, we'll get more to that on Sunday, but if someone else has won, Tyler might have seen the block. Now, I think he has way too many allies right now that aren't willing to get rid of him quite yet to actually face a real threat of eviction, right? And all that. But it definitely David's little spiel definitely complicates things and makes things difficult for everybody, you know? And that's just something you gotta watch out for when you play this game. Anyway, so, little fun fact, this is the first time that Kaser has been in the house without Janelle, which is, you know, very interesting, and we'll see how that shakes up in the next week. But I fully expect, even though Kaser got away this week, I fully expect him to be a target next week because he's just an easy out. Get rid of the other players that do it and just have an easy week, easy roll. So that'll be good, and you know, and everything. Now, something that I have to mention in the voting confessional is that, alright, so Julie was saying that Danny is totally against Janelle and everything, and I find this as a very funny moment, you know? And she's going, she won't vote for Janelle, or she won't vote to keep Janelle, and she votes against Kaser, and Julie's like, I have no idea what's going on here. Like, I read the script, and it went totally the other way. So it all goes to show you that that even if Julie says one thing, it's not necessarily the truth or anything like that. So any surprises could happen. A hinky vote could go out there, or a vote to mix things up. So there's two. Janelle obviously got evicted from the Big Brother house from a vote of 9-2, which the two people that kept her are Enzo and Danny. Now, Danny had no idea what happened. Maybe we'll get insight to that on Sunday. But Enzo, he just seems to throw out random votes because he's not in really any danger of anything. So, which he's playing an awesome game because he's on both sides. He's got people coming to him, and he's not in danger of anything at all. And he's just playing an awesome game right now. Cody and Tyler are also playing strong games, but I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Because I loved Season 20, I want Tyler to get to the end of this game, but we'll see how that goes. Based off his notoriety and everything. Which might come back to bite him in the butt. And then the two winners, surprisingly, right now, Nicole and Ian, are staying low. They're not really in any conversations as to really truthfully getting back voted out. Now, Enzo did mention him as a backdoor this week on the live feeds, so we'll see where that leads. But that's only if Kaser comes off, because I assume he's on the block. And right now, there's really no reason unless Kaser comes off to put him up, right? So he's playing an okay game. Nicole's playing a silent game. I mean, she just got out her number one target, Janelle, that she wanted out forever. In fact, in her goodbye messages, she uninvited her to the wedding, her wedding that she's going to have. So there's absolutely no love lost there. No issues with that one. So, anyway, guys, I'll probably do a light novel review tomorrow, and I'll post this one probably around, by the time you guys see it, it'll probably be around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, because it's late at night when I'm recording this. So I'm not going to release it right now. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, and I will see you guys soon. And have a great day and a fantastic weekend. See you guys next time. Bye.